to Yappy Kitchen. For those that are joining for the first time, I'm Kate. Today, I'm going to show you how to make sticky coconut rice, Vietnamese style, coming up. Now, the last time I had sticky coconut rice was when I was in the airport in Vietnam on my way home to Toronto. And when my husband tried it for the first time, he was like, "What is this? This is incredible." That's why I really wanted to share this recipe with you, because it's one of those underrated sweet treats that really not too many people are aware of. So sticky coconut rice is really kind of like a snack or a dessert that you would have on the go. It's not a full meal. So this recipe is very simple. You can make it and then have it for a snack or for breakfast before you go to work. You're going to need glutinous rice, and glutinous rice, the term is a little bit of a misnomer because there's actually no gluten in it. Glutinous rice is just a term to describe the sticky quality of it. So you're going to need about 1 cup. And the ratio of water to rice is roughly about 60% rice, 40% water, so 3 to 2. So if you have a fresh bag of rice that you just purchased, then you'll actually need less water. If you have an older bag of rice that has been sitting in your pantry for a month or so, then you'll need slightly more water. That's why making rice is not a precise science. You really need to eyeball it. So what you're also going to need is some raw peanuts, and I just got this brand, but you can use whatever brand that you have access to. So these are usually found in the dry section of your Asian grocery store. You probably want to avoid using the roasted and salted peanuts that you can commonly find in the Canadian grocery stores, because it's gonna affect the taste of this. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna, I don't need all of this, so I'm just gonna pour in about, I'm just gonna pour in about half of this. So I'm gonna blanch them first. And you're just going to blanch that for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'm also going to toast a bit of this as well. And you just want to make sure that you do keep an eye out on your peanuts that are being toasted. They can go from slightly toasted to burned real quick. So just keep an eye out on them and rotate them once in a while. Okay, so as soon as your peanuts are ready, you can just drain them. Okay, so you can also put in a little bit of sugar if you like. And I'm just going to put in about 1 tablespoon. And you'll also need a little bit of salt. And before you cook this, you're also going to need about just 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon of coconut milk. And the reason why I'm putting in just a little bit of coconut milk right now is because I want this to really infuse the coconut flavor. I'm going to add a little bit of more coconut later, but I really want the coconut and the rice to really kind of bind together first. Okay, and and then just dump in all of your peanuts as well. And you can use your regular setting that you would use for jasmine rice as well. So that sound tells us that it's almost time to eat. There's just a couple of things we have to do before. Oh, wow. Okay, so now just give your rice a mix. Whew. Smells so beautiful. And now I'm just going to add a little bit more coconut milk. And the ratio of coconut milk really depends on you. If you like it extra creamy, then just go ahead and add the full can. But I think that's good enough for me. So I used about 3 ounces of coconut in total. Now let's just let that cook a little bit longer. So earlier I mentioned that you really need to keep an eye out on your peanuts. So this is what happened to me. I actually didn't follow my own advice and I let my peanuts burn. Luckily I have another batch roasting and that one turned out okay. So like I said again, make sure you really keep an eye out on it. So my peanuts are all done and I'm just going to smash them up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually place them in a Ziploc bag. Whoops, you know what? I'm just going to use my hands. It's just my husband and I, so that's okay. Oops. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're just going to the fastest way to remove the skin from peanuts is just to kind of put it in a Ziploc bag and then massage them. And then as you can see, the skin is falling off of the peanuts. And then later I'll show you a really fast way to remove them. So you see how the skin just sort of fell to the bottom? So all the peanuts are on top and the skin just kind of falls to the bottom here. So now you can just actually take them out and place them back onto your baking tray. I removed the peanuts and as you can see, what's left in the bag are the peanut shells. And then now you can just dump this in the compost. But save the Glad bag because that can be reused. Okay, so now we can just put these back into the Ziploc bag and then we'll smash them. We just want them to be a little bit crumbly, but not too fine, okay? Perfect. So let's eat now. So I'm just gonna open this up. Wow, this smells amazing. And if you notice that the ratio of peanuts to rice is pretty high, that's because in our household we just love peanuts. So I'm just gonna scoop this on a plate here. So now the last thing is just to put the toppings on. And typically what we have is a little bit of salt and then maybe some sugar. And then you can go ahead and put some roasted sesame seeds on top as well. Coconut. And of course some of that crushed peanuts. And that's it. I could use a little bit more coconut. I just love coconut. Let's give this a try, okay? Mmm. Really good. I just love the texture. You get so much texture in here. You have the chewiness of the glutinous rice, and then you have that crunch from the peanuts, and of course you have that warmth from the coconut milk. And you really get a bit of that kind of sharpness from the sugar and the salt that we sprinkled on top. And then you also have a little bit extra coconut flavor and texture from the shredded coconut that we placed on top. Mmm, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe down below in the bottom. Until next time, I'm Kate from the Yappy Kitchen.